Welcome, Matt here, and welcome into this Session Drummer Challenge. Now, this is a simple thing. In fact, you're going to think this is super simple, but I think this takes loads and loads of discipline. And in fact, I challenge a lot of my students with this, and a lot of them really struggle with it. And I struggle with it. What is it? Let's get into it. Okay, so many years ago, I heard a story about John Robinson, doing Michael Jackson. I think it was maybe the Bad album, and it was Quincy Jones, and he was asked to play one of the songs, and sorry, I don't know which one, I think it was Bad, but anyway, I don't even know, but it doesn't really matter because the point is, he had to play this song around for like 10 minutes, no fills, just a groove. And I remember thinking, that's easy. So what? That's easy. And then trying it. And it's really, really hard. And actually, in my capacity as a session drummer, when I've been recording for other people, quite often I'll be told, really like that part, but can you just not do that massive drum fill you just did? You know, save that for your own album or, you know, whatever. So often it's about condensing what I'm doing and just playing for the song, playing for the groove, and making the music sound good, not making it about me, right? And that's a big part of what it is for a session drummer. And that sounds easy, but it's actually really hard. Us drummers, we're there doing our beats and we're desperate to put our little fills in, to do our little bit, have our little moment. And also maybe we get a little bit bored, and that takes a huge amount of discipline, and it's really, really difficult. So here's the challenge, right? We're gonna play along to a track. I'm gonna play along with it right now, and you can go and grab the track below as well. You can grab it for free. You can just do this with a metronome if you want, but it's nice to play with some music, right? And we're gonna play for 2 minutes, just 2 minutes to start with. And the challenge is, find your groove and stick to it. That's it, don't do a fill. And I'm just gonna tell you, this music has a sequence that ends with kind of like a one bar pause at the end, at the turnaround. That's exactly where a drummer wants to do a fill. You are gonna have to fight your urges, your instincts. You're gonna wanna put a fill in. Be strong, don't do it. That's the challenge today, no fill. And what starts to happen even in 2 minutes, there's a lot of mindset stuff going on, right? Because you've got time for your brain to think a little bit. And your brain might start playing tricks, and your mind does. I start overthinking stuff, and then I can start making mistakes on really easy things. But what I want you to focus on here is try and, like, rather than fight this and turn it into this, like, this is really hard, try and really embrace it. Like, get lost inside what you're doing. Listen to those hi-hats. Like, if you're playing some sort of accent in there, try and get that consistent every time. Listen to the sound your bass drum's producing. If you're playing some ghost notes, I'm gonna play a few little ghost notes in this groove. Make sure they're always there, consistent. Is the backbeat the same every time? You're hitting the same part of the snare, you're playing with the same volume. Try and get absolute consistency. Are you hitting on the click? You know, you're really locking in with the music. Is it sitting? Is it feeling good? And there's so many little nuances in here that make the difference between a great drum track and an okay drum track, right? And it's these little nuances that can really make the difference. And that's why the great session drummers, they'll nail this stuff. They'll be so good at this stuff. And it kind of sounds like nothing when you listen to it, but when you hear them, and then you hear another drummer that's not quite as good at doing this stuff, you can see why those are the top session drummers, okay? And we can all strive and work towards that, and this little exercise will do it. And it's just kind of a fun one to see if you've got the discipline. So what I want you to do, we're gonna do it now, it's 2 minutes long, that's it, right? Don't just watch me for 2 minutes, because that's boring. I'm not gonna like do stick tricks, I'm just gonna be drumming along, playing my groove, okay? Play along with me. If you've got a drum kit, do it on the drums. If you haven't, tap along, do it on your table. If you're at work, don't worry, the boss won't mind, just play along, tap along. Try and get your groove going and stay disciplined for 2 minutes. Are you ready for this? Let's do it. Okay, that was it, 2 minutes. Did you do it? Did you stay disciplined? Was it easy? If it was easy, maybe you're a session drummer. If it wasn't, something to work on. Something to work on, because most of us are guilty for overplaying with the fills, right? So you can work on it. You can go and grab that track below if you want it. Nothing special, but it's something just musical and just that loops around the same thing for 2 minutes, okay? It goes a little bit past 2 minutes as well. Anyway, challenge yourself, have fun. Click subscribe, by the way, like and subscribe to this video, and I'll see you next time.